Hello, everyone. Today I'm going to be reviewing a section from one of the trainings from our 2018 summit in Fort Lauderdale that happened recently. And today we're going to be talking about increasing your reporting efficiency. So if you're a current ClearPoint user, you probably know there's a big difference between normal average reporting and efficient reporting. So today I'm going to teach you how to leverage alerts, reminders, and notifications to ensure that your reporting is as efficient as possible. And then in part 2 of the presentation, Catherine Yoakum from our team is going to be going over spring cleaning best practices to keep your account tidy and make sure your reporting runs as smoothly as possible. So for this presentation, you can log into ClearPoint and follow along with me as I move through the screens to show you how to set up these custom notifications and reminders to notify your users or yourself when a change has occurred in ClearPoint or when a change still needs to occur in ClearPoint. So let's dive into ClearPoint. Alrighty. So here we are in our ClearPoint account. And we're going to start off with reminders. What reminder templates allow you to do is they notify users when any change needs to happen in ClearPoint. So for example, if somebody needs to update their data for the month or an objective needs to be evaluated for a specific period, a reminder would be a good thing to set up in order to let your users know that this change still needs to happen. So for the sake of this example, let's pretend that we have a project management meeting coming up or a strategy review meeting in which we're going to be reviewing all of the initiatives for everyone in our organization. So what this will allow us to do is it'll allow us to hone in on the different projects we're working on and make sure people put in their updates in advance of this meeting. So we're going to go in and add this new reminder template by going over here on the left-hand side to the Notifications tab. Under this Notifications tab, we're going to click on Send Reminders, and this is where all of our reminder templates will appear. So in preparation for this meeting, we're going to want to remind everyone in our organization or in our department to update each of the initiatives they're assigned to with any relevant information about the progress of each one. So to add a new reminder template, I'm going to click on this plus icon in the top right-hand corner of the screen. From here, this is where you can customize the reminder template to let people know exactly what information needs to be updated and sent to specific users. So first, we're going to go ahead and start by naming this reminder template. So I'm just going to call this Monthly Initiative Review Meeting. And then we're going to give a subject to our email as well. So the default is set to ClearPoint Reminder, but I'm actually going to call this one February Initiative Update. So for example, if we're holding this initiative review meeting in March, we'll want everybody in the organization or department to put in their updates for the month of February so we can review our progress thus far. Then the third thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to customize the actual message or body text of this email. So to start, we can see here in the message that there are 3 tokens that are automatically being pulled in. The first is this first name token, so that will pull in the first name of the user. The second that we see here is a reporting period token, and if we set this reminder to be sent for February 2018, that will show up in this reporting token here. Then next we have our item list. So this will theoretically show any of the initiatives that this user is assigned as the owner of. So it could be as many as they're assigned as the owner of in the account, or it could just be one depending on which items they are assigned as the owner of. Alrighty, so then we're going to actually edit some of this text to let users know exactly what needs to be updated. So we'll say, dear user, please log into ClearPoint and update the following initiatives with analysis, recommendations, and status. For the reporting period, February 18, we'll give them the item list. Thank you in advance for your prompt attention to this matter. We can say, please make all updates by March 9th, for example. Alrighty, so the text of our message is complete. Now we're going to go ahead and make some further customizations by scrolling through these tabs on the left-hand side. So the first we're going to want to customize is this Recipients tab, and this is where we can select who will receive the reminders. So I'm going to send this reminder just to Element owners. If you wanted to send to Element collaborators as well, you could check off this box here. Then under scorecards here on the left-hand side, we can select which scorecards to include in the reminders. Or if we want to include all scorecards, you can just leave this blank. So right now I'm going to leave this blank so that we send a reminder for every single scorecard. But because we are not at the summit, we're not going to be sending to everyone in the account. We're actually just going to be sending to myself. So I should only have a couple of initiatives assigned to myself. Alrighty. So then we're going to move on to this status tab, which is where we can select which status indicators to include in the reminders. Or we can leave it blank to include all status indicators. So at ClearPoint, we actually use this feature a lot. When we have our quarterly review meetings, I actually send a reminder out to everyone on the team to say, please update your elements before the meeting occurs. And I'll usually check off the boxes next to not defined or no information so that any elements in ClearPoint that have already been assigned a status don't need to be paid any attention to. But for the sake of this example, we're just going to leave them blank to include all status indicators. Then we'll move down here to elements, which is where we can select which elements to include in the reminders. So I'm going to actually select initiatives since this is for our project management meeting. So we're only going to be reminded about specific initiatives in the account that I am assigned as the owner of. Or again, you could leave it blank to include all elements. Then we're going to click over here into the Users tab. So when we were at the summit, I actually sent a reminder to every user in the room to be notified to make updates for the strategy review meeting or the initiative review meeting. But for the sake of this example, I'm just going to send the reminder to myself. So I'm going to search for my name, check it off here, so that only I will receive the reminder for this initiative review meeting. Then we have our Dates tab over here. I'm going to leave this blank for now, but this is where we can limit the results to elements that have not been updated in the past certain number of days. So we could put 30 days in here, for example, if we want things that have been updated in the last month. But for the sake of this example, we're leaving it blank for now to include all elements. And then finally, we're going to click into this recipient preview. So this might take a second to load in order to load up all of the people in the account who have elements or initiatives assigned to them. But what we're going to see on this page is it's going to show me, theoretically, my name, and then we're also going to see exactly which initiatives I'm assigned as the owner of. And these are the initiatives that are going to appear in that item list. So let's just give it a second to load, and here it is. So we can see I'm assigned to 4 different initiatives. It's actually the same initiative, just in a bunch of different scorecards. And we can also see when they were last updated. So I'm going to go ahead and save this reminder. And then once it's saved, I'm going to be able to send it out. And we'll go over what that email looks like. So to send it out, I'm going to click on this paper airplane icon and select the reporting period February 2018, since that's the period that we want to make the updates for. So I'll say send, and then that'll just take a few minutes to get sent to me. So while we're waiting, I'm actually going to show you what that reminder template would look like in my inbox. I have it here. And this is the reminder that I need to update all of my initiatives for February 2018. So we can see a few are included in here. We have our element list. We can see which information I need to make edits for the period of February 2018. And this is a different date than I put in for the example, but this is just a former reminder template that I had built out. And it says, please make all updates by a specific date in March. Theoretically, that would be when the meeting is being held. Alrighty. So now that we've covered reminders, we're going to transition over into notifications. Notifications are a bit different than reminders, and you may be familiar with them because we get automatic reminders every time we generate a report or a page has been downloaded, and you get those reminders up here where this bell icon is. And this is our alerts inbox. So once we generate these notifications, after I show you this example, we're going to be able to see that new notification appear in our alerts inbox where this bell icon is. So the way that notifications are different from reminders is that notifications allow you to get an update anytime a change has been made in ClearPoint, whereas reminders will let you know anytime a change still needs to occur. And what's great about ClearPoint notifications is that you can completely customize them to choose exactly when you are notified, how you are notified, and what specific changes you're going to be notified about. You can also set up notifications not only for yourself, but also for other ClearPoint users. So because today we're going to be setting up a custom notification alert, we're going to want to make sure that our alert settings are exactly how we want them so that we actually receive that notification to our inbox and also to this bell icon up here. So in order to do that, we're going to first want to edit those notification options. And to do that, we're going to click on this profile icon in the top right-hand corner of our screen. So that's where you see your your initials. So the first step is we're going to go to edit our profile, and we're going to click into notification options here. So this is where we can see our general settings for when we receive reminders, alerts, and notifications. And we can see there are 3 different options: disabled, enabled, and digest. So the first option, disabled, would just be to disable any email alerts from being sent to you for your reminders or scorecard or favorite alerts, custom alerts, and also for all of your notifications that you see here. The second would be enabled. So this is where you can allow emails to be sent to your actual inbox versus just being shown the alert in your alerts inbox where that bell icon is. So because we are setting up a custom alert today, we're going to want to enable all custom alerts to be sent directly to our inbox so we actually receive that alert in email form. So we're going to say enabled, all custom alerts are enabled. And then the last option here is this digest, which is a really great feature in ClearPoint, and it basically gives you a daily email with all of the notifications from that day. So let's say you set up all these custom alerts and you only want to be notified at the end of the day once all the alerts have appeared in ClearPoint. You can select digest to just receive that one daily reminder email instead of getting multiple emails throughout the day and clogging up your inbox. So now that our notification options are set the way we want them to, I'm going to go ahead and save this. So the next step is for us to actually create that custom notification in order to alert ourselves that a change has occurred in ClearPoint. So let's go back to that strategy review meeting or that initiative review meeting that we have coming up, where we're going to take a look at all the initiatives or projects that we're working on. So for this custom alert, let's say I want to notify users or notify myself anytime an action item has been marked as complete. So to add this new notification alert, we're going to go over here to the Notifications tab on the left-hand side. And this is where you see all of the past alerts that have been sent to your inbox. So in order to add a new custom notification, we're going to click on this gear icon in the top right-hand corner. So we can see from the training or from the summit that we had last week, I had added in one for Avery completed items. So this is just a notification for myself to let me know anytime an action item has been marked as complete. So we'll go ahead and delete this one for now and add a completely new one for the sake of this example. And in order to do that, we're going to click on this plus icon in the top right-hand corner of the screen. So this is where we can customize this specific notification template, and we're going to start by naming it. So we're going to want to put information in here that lets us know exactly what the notification includes. So I'm going to put my name in here and say this is only for completed items. So this is really helpful not only for yourself to set up these notifications, but if you're a manager of a team or a team lead for a department and you're running this monthly initiative review meeting, you're going to want to, let people know when things have been marked as complete so they can come to the meeting prepared to talk about all completed items, and then also be prepared to know what's still in the works for the coming month and know what still needs to be worked on and come prepared to talk about those initiatives or those action items. Alrighty, so now that we've named the subject line of our notification emails, we're going to want to set this element level criteria. So for this notification, I'm just going to be sending it to myself. But as you can imagine, you could select specific people here and then select specific users to send this notification to. But for the sake of this example, I'm just going to be sending these custom notifications to myself. Then we're going to say an alert when any element is changed in ClearPoint. And we're going to select specific scorecards to send this notification for. So I'm going to select the parent scorecard, since that might be the scorecard that we're planning to review during this monthly project management meeting. There are a couple other options that I haven't selected here. For example, we could send an alert when specific elements are changed, and that's where we could choose objective, measure, initiative, milestone, action item, or risk. So we're just going to keep this set to any element for now, but just know that that option is available to you if you only want to send custom notifications for specific elements in ClearPoint. And we're going to send the custom notification anytime an element is changed. But you can see here we have the option to send a notification anytime anything is added, edited, updated, etc. We'll just keep it at changed for now. And then we have the option to set specific element criteria as well. So if you just wanted to send a notification for a specific measure or a specific initiative in the account, you could set that specific element criteria here, but we're going to leave that blank for now. What we want to focus on for this example is the field level criteria. So this is where we can add alert criteria to let us know that this notification is only going to be sent anytime an action item is marked as complete. So the field we're going to set here would be completed, and the action would be checked. So anytime we check off something as complete, we're going to be sent this notification. So we'll go ahead and say save, and we'll save that new custom notification to our account. So now I'm actually going to go ahead and trigger this new notification. So in order to do that, I'm going to head back into my initiative that I'm assigned as the owner of, which is Attend ClearPoint Training. And I'm going to go ahead and mark an action item as complete. So this will send an email to my inbox, and it should also give me a notification up where that bell icon is. So I'm going to check it off as complete. And you can see we just got that new notification that an element has been marked as complete in my account. So if you're doing this for yourself, make sure to check your inbox to make sure that you got that email. We can see I have a new email here. So I was just sent that new custom notification alert to my inbox. And then we can also see what it looks like here. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look at this. This is my custom notification that the element to daydream about happy hour, you can tell we were thinking about happy hour during our summit last week, has been marked as complete on the 7th of March in 2018, and we can see what time it was marked as complete. So before the save, it was not completed, false. After the save, we have marked it as complete. So we're getting that custom notification sent directly to our inbox and also to this alerts inbox where the bell icon is situated. Alrighty, so we're going to go ahead and close this notification. And that's all for today on notifications and reminders. They're a really great feature in ClearPoint to help you, especially as a manager, to make sure that everyone is kept up to date on what changes are occurring in ClearPoint before review meetings come up, and also to send reminders out to your users and the different people on your team who are responsible for making changes in advance of a strategy review meeting or a project management review meeting, as we talked about during this example. Well, that's all for now. Of course, you can email support@clearpointstrategy.com at any time with questions, and we'd be happy to help you out. Best of luck, and I hope your reporting goes smoothly.